and she's a very calm and composed, very interesting yoga teacher who.
And the knowledge was collected by Saptarishis or the seven sages. And
I mean, why do you choose Shivananda? And
like there are many, types of yoga. Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is
so many entrepreneurs talking about how it is important to waking up early and
where there are a lot of violent movements and no rest in between. Because of that, there is also chances of muscle tear and lactic acid. Also, the level of lactic acid also increases in our joints, which
hello,
okay.
welcome everyone. This is the interesting guest this week is Dewika. She is basically a MBA graduate turned yoga teacher, and we both did our yoga schooling under Shivananda and Trivandrum, and we became a good friends there. Ever since, yeah, I've been in touch with her. She's been doing so many interesting things. She's a yoga teacher. She's a dancer. She does a lot of interesting things. She practices other workshops of yoga and things like that. So in this episode, what we're going to talk about is basically anyone who is trying to get new into yoga. So maybe say if you want to teach yoga, if you want to get deeper into yoga, so the basic things that we're going to cover for them, basically the history of yoga and what is about guru paramparas, and is yoga for everybody, can everyone practice yoga, and what are the other forms, like different forms of yoga is there. So we're going to discuss all these topics in this discussion.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. It's immense pleasure joining in this
My pleasure.
recording with you. Cool. Let's just start with the history of yoga.
Okay. So I would like to know that yoga was basically Lord Shiva is known as Adiguru. That is the first guru of yoga. He is the one who actually founded yoga, practiced yoga first ever, and then somewhat 1,000 years before,
Hmm.
it is that he poured his knowledge into the banks of rivers and Himalayas, and the knowledge was collected by Saptarishis or the seven sages.
Hmm.
And one of the sages, and the knowledge was spread all over the world, not just India, in different parts of Asia, South Africa, South America, even
Hmm.
northern parts of Africa, and lot many places. So, Sage Agastya or Agastya Muni,
Hmm.
he is the one who invented or introduced yoga in India. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
and through him, Patanjali Guru, as we know,
Yeah.
Patanjali Guru was the student of Agastya Muni, and through
Hmm.
Patanjali Guru, everyone came to know about
So
yoga.
Patanjali is the one
Now,
who wrote Yoga Sutra, and then we have a compiled Yoga Sutra
but
in a written format through Patanjali.
true, and it is also said that this scriptures are also found near Himalayas and the banks, rivers, rocks and all. Like they were like so old. I mean,
Hmm.
yoga is has a deep rooted history,
True.
and we are really lucky that we belong to a country like India where yoga actually is invented. But yes,
Cool. So after that, I mean, from Patanjali, now we have like different sorts of yoga styles branching into Shivananda forms a different style, and Ashtanga it's more intense, and there are other forms, and then there are BKs, Iyengar, and there are different forms of yoga. So anyone who is looking forward to get deeper, they should know which parampara they're resonating more with, and then rather they should stick to
yeah,
one person, get the teaching properly before considering multiple styles.
true. Like there are many, types of yoga. Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga is where you are supposed to hold the postures for longer and longer period. Like
Hmm.
initially, we can hold for at least for a minute, but this great sages, it is said they used to hold the poses for even minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, that is too much difficult. So,
Yeah.
that means a lot of precision consistency. So it's like hatha yoga, moon
Cool.
and sun, the combination of moon and sun.
uh,
And then there is Stanga and Vinyasa are more tended towards the flows. Like
Hmm.
instead of holding one pose, you go from one pose and you jump into another pose in a flow, like kind of. Just
Like
holding a
a
posture.
movement, like a continuous movement of inhale and exhale.
Yes, yes, with rhythmic breathing. True, true.
True. Okay.
Yes. So these are
So,
the actually there are only basically these three types of yoga are the oldest forms of yoga, I know as
hmm.
per my knowledge. And rest all are like invented later on, They're just developed from
Now
these
we have a
forms.
lot of yoga. Aerial yoga is there. Partner yoga is there.
Water yoga.
Water
You
yoga.
can do yoga anywhere. Now, after a few days there will be space yoga.
And then there is this.
Yeah, you
They have this swing kind of thing, and there are different. And then there is this biryani yoga and all.
huh?
Pure
I'm
yoga.
just like
So much of
biryani.
innovation. Yeah, so many interesting innovations are there now.
Yeah.
But these are the original forms of yoga that got branched out. So anyone is
Hmm.
looking forward to practice, they have to figure out which is good for them and then go ahead with that.
Hmm. True, true.
So I think we both are from Shivananda Parampara. So we'll talk about
Yeah.
why do we choose? I mean, why do you choose Shivananda, and what are the interesting things um, that you find good about Shivananda?
So Shivananda, I came to know about Shivananda on the internet, obviously.
Hmm.
So I was planning after my MBA to do yoga, but I was confused like to which ashram. There are so many,
Oh yeah,
Rishikesh, Kerala, Haridwar, and so many. So
true.
I researched a lot. I also saw like what styles they follow or what
Hmm.
is their daily schedule. That is also very important. So when
True.
I saw this schedule of Shivananda, I was like, wow, they're like typical traditional yogic lifestyle. We
A
used to
proper
wake up at
Gurukul.
5:30.
It's a proper Gurukul apparently.
Exactly, exactly. You have to follow, and you get detached from the outside world. You're
Yeah.
only in Shivananda ashram, and you're only, that is your life now. There's no other world outside now.
True.
And then you wake up like 5:30, then do satsang, and then after satsang, yoga, and then only 2 meals. Like
Yeah.
these all things are very new. And
Yeah.
somewhere I felt after MBA that I need discipline in life somewhere. Because
Very
as
true.
youngsters, we are so much like, bounded to,
Too
follow
driven.
so much and yes,
Yes.
and everything. Like we we are not stable somewhere and we just forget our roots somewhere.
True.
In
Very
just in
true.
order to follow the crowd. So I was like, no, I don't want to follow the crowd. I want my own, you know, something I want to follow. I'll be disciplined. Like, yeah, this is my
Mm.
thing, and I'm doing it sincerely and consistent. And I know where I'm going in life. I know what I'm doing. I wanted that clarity. So
Ah.
yes, through yoga, I was able to find that, and Shivananda was very very helpful in achieving that.
Very true. I have also, I mean, since you said about the discipline, life discipline, and waking up early in the morning, and now there are so many entrepreneurs talking about how it is important to waking up early and have those fresh oxygen, and there
So
are so many things about lifestyle and discipline that will take you to a better position in life. Whether you practice become a yoga teacher or not, that is different. How it is important to have a discipline, and that is best in Shivananda.
true.
And in Shivananda, they have a very good discipline, and that discipline is basically the root of that discipline is basically a Gurukul system where a student, is detached from the external world and connected to the teaching and to the Guru. And also, the everyday schedule is properly uh, spread into basically equal distribution of all forms of yoga.
And Bhakti, Raja Yoga, and Karma
Nice.
Yoga.
Yes, karma yoga. Karma yoga. How can I forget karma yoga?
Again, it's Karma Yoga.
I washed the
Yeah.
toilets for like 2 months, dude. So yeah.
No, you should never forget
I
that.
should never. And you did serving, right? Food serving.
Yeah, I'm serving the food. Yeah.
That's also a nice thing. So yeah, so the discipline is spread, from this ancient roots, and that's why it's more interesting and it's little tedious and not so fancy for people who are,
Initially,
youngsters who look for something cool.
true. Initially, we find it very difficult to follow because we are not so used to, so much
Yes.
discipline in life. So we get very irritated,
Yeah.
angry, and then later on, as we start seeing the benefits to our
Yes.
body, to our mind, then we start accepting it. It was really
Yes.
nice. At the end, we were like,
It became
it was
fun
very
thing
hard,
after that.
difficult. It was very difficult to leave the ashram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. After 2 months, it was very difficult for me. I started missing all those things that I started feeling pain at the first week.
You were there for 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
The work and study thing,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. So, and then let's come to the main important topic, which is yoga for everyone? Can everyone practice yoga? Like, can children practice? Can adults practice? Like, these questions are the first question that come to people who wanted to practice yoga. So let's address that.
Yoga is for everyone. It's not like if you're not flexible, you cannot. No,
Hmm.
anyone can do it. Like even if adults can do, old elderly people can do. Even if you're not able to move, you can sit on chair and do few asanas.
Yes, there
Breathing
are
techniques. Anyone can do pranayama, and
true.
pranayama has also got a lot of benefits. I think,
Hmm.
but more than asanas. And so,
True.
it's not like there are no limitation. Okay, you have this, anyone can do. People with any kind of disease or, ailment,
Hmm.
yoga can heal you. Like
They should
even people have injuries or some physical ailments, there is a medical yoga therapy which
therapy
can be
yoga.
used. It is just like physiotherapy, but in yogic style, yoga asanas are used more.
Yes.
So yes, that can be like BKS Iyengar. They follow the medical yoga therapy system. They use props and everything to cure patients.
Oh,
So
okay.
and yoga thing is like takes time to
Hmm.
recover, to heal. It's
Yes.
not the results are not instant.
Yes.
Like
And because
so
it
if
is
you
not instant, it doesn't have any side effects.
true, very true. It's slow and your body get used to it. That's why the result after a few months or a year you can say you can
Hmm.
see the result and they're last. They're not like if
Yes.
you stop doing yoga after some time, the results are
Hmm.
gone, vanished. It's not like that.
True. Hmm.
And so you need to be very patient and consistent.
Yes.
Consistency is very important.
Yes. But
Sometimes you get
uh,
demotivated.
yeah, everyone can practice yoga, but this one disclaimer: if you have some kind of an injury, or if you have replaced your bone with a plate or some cervical issues, then you have to consult a physician before practicing yoga. But in general, everybody can practice yoga.
Yes, and don't get demotivated. That's one message. Like I have seen so many people, they start doing yoga, but when they see other people doing better than them, they
True.
get so demotivated. They stop doing it. But
Yeah.
even those people practice for many years to reach there. Similarly,
Yes.
you have to give time, consistency, and you
True.
can also become as much as flexible as you. You just need to give a
True.
lot of time and be consistent and
Yes.
practice regular. That is important.
Yes. You should make it as a lifestyle. That's the only one word mantra. If
And
you
when
practice,
lifestyle comes asanas and pranayama, but also you have to, pay attention to what you are eating, your
yes,
sleeping habits, everything.
diet. Very true.
True.
In ashram, we have this two meal a day, which is 10 o'clock in
Yeah.
the morning and 6 o'clock in the evening. Nothing else in
Yeah.
between. Maybe some herbal tea, some fruits they will give.
Yeah.
But as a meal, there's only two meal. And then now they are coming with this intermittent fasting, which is like very similar to this pattern of eating.
Yeah. Yeah. Fasting also plays a very important role.
True.
It's true.
And nowadays, people kind of have a lot of. Up now, I mean, there was a time where before agricultural revolution, there was no food for people. Now there is abundance of food. People don't know where to stop. There is a lot
True.
of variety of foods like pizza, burger, and chocolates and so many things are available, that but people have now, we have to take the effort to stop things at right degree. And that is where
Yes.
it's very important to also follow a diet, or follow a lifestyle, primarily, I mean, preferably yogic lifestyle.
Yes, very true. And also, in ashram, we used to find it very difficult to eat the same type of food, less spicy, no
Yes.
garlic, no onion. This only, start with food, pure
True.
fresh food.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of food is this? Yeah, it's so boring. At home, we used to eat pizzas and burgers and, spicy food.
True.
But after that, when I came home and I started eating the regular food, spicy and all, that time I saw the change. When you're in the ashram, you used to be so calm and stable, and, satisfied. And then we start eating this tamasic food, spicy, and just right from our mood to our actions,
Yeah.
everything.
And a very interesting thing is, after having 3 meals a day, I sometimes feel a little tired to do my practice. But imagine in
Hmm.
ashram, we had 2 meals a day, and we used to
Yes.
practice twice, 3 hours of
And
hatha
plus,
yoga practice.
true. And plus, no rest. We used to do
Yes,
karma yoga.
full day, starting
And in
from
afternoon,
5:30 to,
we lecture.
yes. But it was good, right? It wasn't. It actually, after some time, the body got more energized.
True, true.
And then
Oh,
the
we also
other,
forgot this.
which practice dance. Oh my God. We have our Saturday culturals that we used to perform dance, and
True.
that is also there. We used to do so many things, and now it feels like it's kind of impossible. How come? Now I'm having 3 meal a day, I'm having good sleep,
Yeah,
but still I feel a little tired. That is where it is.
really.
That's where it's a problem, right? We eat a lot and think it'll give us energy. We eat a lot of
So that's
nutrition. Yeah.
yeah. I tell you, that's why it is like it is said now that yoga is based on 5 point principles,
Hmm.
like proper exercise practice, proper
Yes.
breathing, relaxation, proper
Yes.
diet, and also positive thinking. The kind of thoughts you get also affects your physical health.
Yes.
So here we are practicing asanas and pranayama, but we are not following the
The
exact diet.
other.
Yes, the balance is
Yes.
not there. You should follow the 5 principles in order to
Somehow.
keep you energized.
Yes. And it's also wonderful how a form of, I can't call this a fitness, because fitness is about a physical body. But this, how they have integrated, how they have seen the body as a whole. It's not just body, right? It's about your mind, it's about your soul, it's about the spirit. How they have, made this a holistic way of fitness. That is what
True,
is
true.
wonderful about yoga.
Yes, and only yoga does that. None other form of physical culture does that
Yes.
ever.
Yes.
And also, I would like to mention one point that in yoga, we,
Mm.
relax. There is a practice where we relax. That is through savasana after each and every asana, in between
Yes.
every asana,
Yes.
and due to which, the body relaxes. And in gyms or any other kind of exercises where there are a lot of violent movements and no rest in between, because of
Hmm.
that, there is also chances of muscle tear and lactic acid. Also, the level of lactic acid also increases in our joints, which may cause harm to our joints when we think. But in
True.
yoga, due to shavasana and the relaxation which we follow after every asana,
Hmm.
the effect of lactic acid reduces, and
Oh.
due to which joints are protected and the chances
Hmm.
of muscle tear also reduces. So I
Hmm.
think yoga just goes beyond physical fitness,
Hmm.
and it's reached spiritual and holistic level. Like it has achieved the highest level of
True.
fitness for a human being. You can say mentally, physically, and plus spiritual,
Spiritually.
everything.
Yes.
So after yoga, you just
Hmm.
not only feel energized, you also feel calm at the same time. Your
Hmm.
mind is calm and your body is energized, you can say.
True. And there is other myth, which I think you already broke it. by by saying it's an ancient thing, people think they don't care about science, and it's not they don't people have this perception it's not about science, but it's also about science. How much of anatomy we have studied, and even you have discussed the amount of lactic acid, and these kind of technical benefits now we can take from modern science. Modern science also proves how yoga is more more as a and every doctor prescribes that to their patients to practice yoga. Even my relatives come and ask me, I have been advised to practice yoga by my physician, and things like that.
Mm. In yoga, the movements are slow, and we are taking into consideration the all types of movements,
Hmm.
anterior bend, posterior bends, everything, and how they are affecting your muscles,
Hmm.
your glutes, your everything. So
Hmm.
yoga, that thought is very thoughtful process, and is built into such a cycle that it just repairs your body fully.
Holistically.
Unknowingly you're working on your every chakra energy center, which is
Hmm.
actually responsible for your health, your well-being.
True.
So yes, it's very deep study. It's not just about asanas and
Yes, and there is a
sukhasana.
lot more to it in Shivananda. And the other thing is, what we have mastered is 12 postures to its fullest
Yes,
in 1 month. And there are, like, there are other so many other asanas, and there is so much to learn. You know,
true.
the amount of knowledge that is, I mean, we can still read and read and read more and get deeper
The
into
yoga
it.
is never ending.
Yes. And even
Yeah,
in meditation, even in pranayama, there is advanced pranayamas, there is advanced meditation techniques, which even we teachers are trying to get better in it. That's why it's not
yeah,
like a, yes, there's no destination in yoga. It's a process.
true.
True.
Right.
And also there is this one more question, Devika, about yoga. Can this form of ancient technique be used for muscle building? And how
Uh,
come it's gonna help?
I wouldn't say that it will help in muscle building particularly,
True.
because we are not using any extra weight. We are just using
True.
our own body
Own body
weights.
weight, like calisthenics.
Will help you in muscle toning. If you want a
Mm.
toned, nice body, then
Yes.
yes, yoga is definitely the one which
Perfect.
will help you in tone muscles. But
True.
in muscle building you have to use extra weight. When
Hmm.
you put extra weight in muscle, then your muscles start filling up. But when you are using your own body weight, they start get toning.
Yes.
Again, I said muscle building.
So for fitness
Yes.
and having a toned body, yoga is good, and it's not for
Yes.
like muscle building and becoming like Salman Khan and stuff. It's not. It's
Building
not.
needs
And
extra weight.
obviously, when yoga was designed and it was formulated, this kind of figure image was never a concept then.
Yeah.
Cool. And now also people come and ask me, can I want to reduce my belly. I have a big tummy. Can I practice yoga? I will be like, it can do a lot more benefit than reducing your belly. Just be happy with your body and practice yoga.
Okay, I'm also a belly dancer, so I would suggest
Oh yeah.
along with yoga, do belly dance. It will definitely help you using belly fat.
Cool.
That
I
I
mean,
can guarantee.
sure. Whoever want belly dance, just go to Devika. She can teach you belly dance.
Right.
Cool then. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Thanks. Immense pleasure joining you, Devika. A lot of knowledge being shared
Nice
from your end.
talking to you.
Thank